Yeah, the only medal I've ever won. That's how I like. I've won that and a choir medal. That's all I've won. Yeah, you're not the size of a house though, are you? I can barely move. Right, showtime. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Coventry United love a challenge, and you better believe they have got a challenge on their hands today, taking on the unbeaten Sporting Khalsa. 14 matches Khalsa have not lost, and Coventry United come here to the Asprey Arena hoping to end that record. Welcome everybody to another edition of Coventry United TV with myself, the mouth of the Midlands, Liam Cook, live with you throughout today's match in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. Sporting Khalsa vs Coventry United coming up live on CUTV. And of course you can get video highlights of this match exclusively on YouTube from tomorrow morning, so make sure to have a look for that. And why don't we get straight into the team news now for Coventry United and Sporting Khalsa. So let's get those team news up for you right now. Right, the team news is as follows for Coventry United. Number 1, Rich Morris. Number 2, is Bobby Moser. I'm so used to saying Brad Jones, I didn't even look at the team sheet then. Number 3, Tom James. Number 4, Gift Musa. Number 5, Kyle Barnett. Number 6, Jeff Woodward. Number 7, Lewis Rankin. Number 8, Tommy Glasgow. Number 9, Tap-in, Mitch Piggin. Number 10, Craig Reed. And he's back, folks. Number 11, the captain, Chris Cox. And on the bench for the Red and Greens today, number 12, Rob Prinzel. Number 14, Josh O'Grady. 15, Dominic Elaney. Number 16, Aaron Apoku. And number 17, Donnell Benjamin. And for the opponents, Sporting Khalsa, number 1, Sam Arnold. Number 2, Carlo Franco. Number 3, Luke Adams. Number 4, Leon Miles. 5, Tesfa Robinson, the captain for Sporting Khalsa today. Number 6, Liam Holt. Number 7, Mensa Kinch. 8, David Meese, I should say. Number 9, Kyle Brady. 10, Marvin Nisbet. And number 11, Craig Bannister. Now, number 12 may be a little bit familiar to you, Coventry United fans. Number 12, Mikael Beckley. Number 14, Sean Booth. 15, Ricardo Reed. 16, Nathan Stone. And number 17, Lewis McPike. So those are the starting lineups today for the Red and Greens of Coventry United and Sporting Khalsa, who we just mentioned are 14 matches unbeaten. Actually, a bit of breaking news for you. Roaster have just beaten Rugby by 3-2. A goal in the 92nd minute for the Romans. What a result that is. Coventry United, of course, went there and drew 0-0. So, Roaster, I've got to say, there's an applause for you right there. If you can't hear that, I'm applauding, all right? So, well done to Roaster on a fantastic victory. 92nd minute against Rugby Town in the early kick-off. But enough about that. Back to Coventry United against Sporting Khalsa. Khalsa currently 3rd place in the Midland League Premier Division, 2 places above Coventry United in 5th. Khalsa suffered just 2 defeats all season, and they've got the 2nd best goal difference in the league with plus 19. They're also the top scorers in the MFL with 38 goals in just 16 league matches. So that's quite a lot. That's over 2 goals a match. So I'd probably say you're guaranteed a few goals in this match. Well, now I'm saying that, watch out for a 0-0. It's bound to happen. We've only ever had 3 on CUTV, but it's usually whenever I say that we're in for a goal fest that the strikers couldn't hit a barn over blow dart. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But hopefully it won't be a 0-0. David Meese, their number 8, is their main goal threat with 14 goals in 21 league and cup matches this season. Now last season, well, it was memorable for 3 things. The last game here at the Asprey Arena. Firstly, my amazing skills with the ball. The ball came over, flick up onto the floor, have some of that. Video is on YouTube, so go and check it out. I believe the catching is when your commentator's got skills, something like that, and I still have got those skills. So the ball comes over here, get ready for a scorpion kick. It's going to happen. The second thing you need to remember from that game is the late winner from Kai Williams, which sent me into hysterics and nearly sent me to the hospital as well. And finally, the third moment from that game, the exquisite interview with Kai Williams. Whenever a player does an interview now on CUTV, we use the the Kai Williams spectrum. So if you're really, really good, you're someone like Bobby Mosley, who did a brilliant interview last week, or Jamie Coleman, who's pretty confident with interviews, or you're right at the bottom and you're Kai Williams. So no offence, Kai, but let's just say interviews aren't your strong point, mate, so stick to the striking. But yeah, it was a cracking game, that was. The United winning by 1-0 that day. The second match, though, at Spinks Drive, a little bit different. Coventry United taking the lead through Chris Cox in the first half before goals from Shearer and Cisse, both of whom are not in the squad. I can only assume that they've left the club. They scored and turned the game on its head before a very bizarre equaliser with 9 minutes to go. A goal kick from Rich Morris bounced over everyone apart from Rob Prinsloo, who nodded it over the goalkeeper to make it 2-2. As we said, Khalsa have gone 14 matches unbeaten in league and cup. Their last defeat came against a Coventry side, though. That's Coventry Spinks back in September, the 2nd of September. In that time, Khalsa have beaten Kozel and drawn against Worcester and Bromsgrove. So they have gone up against the best of the bunch in the Midland Football League Premier Division, and they have avoided defeat. But remember, the last team they lost against was a Coventry side. Can Coventry United inflict a first defeat in 14 league matches today? Live coverage of Sporting Khalsa versus Coventry United about to kick off here at the Asprey Arena, where the new pitch actually hasn't been installed. We're being told that they were going to rip up the old natural turf and put in either a 3G or a 4G pitch. They've been playing at Castlecroft for a few weeks as well, and I'm being told that they are eventually going to rip up the turf and put in the 4G, but it's still natural turf. So no 3G, no 4G, it's normal grass on the turf today. So I'm happy with that because I'm getting a curry after the match. So, you know, I wouldn't have been happy if we were going to Castlecroft again because A, no curry on offer, and B, United have never won there. So it wouldn't have been great if we went over to Castlecroft, which we actually thought we were going to go to Castlecroft until yesterday morning. But luckily here we are at the Asprey for a cracking game of football and a nice bit of Vindaloo after the final whistle as well. You can't go wrong, can you? You cannot go wrong with football and curry. It's impossible. Well, it's showtime on Coventry United TV. The officials lead out the teams of Coventry United and Sporting Khalsa. Khalsa unbeaten in 14 league and cup matches. But Coventry United, we all know, they love a challenge. Sporting Khalsa in their home strip of yellow and blue. Coventry United in the traditional red and green, the civic colours of the proud city of Coventry. Let's take you through those starting lineups once again, kicking off with the red and greens of Coventry United. Number 1, Rich Morris. Number 2, Bobby Mosley. Number 3, Tom James. Number 4, Gift Musa. Number 5, Kyle Barnett. Number 6, Jeff Woodward. Number 7, Lewis Rankin. Number 8, Tommy Glasgow. Number 9, Tappin, Mitch Piggin. 10 is Craig Reed. And number 11, the captain is back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Chris Cox at number 11 for Coventry United. And on the bench for the Red and Greens, number 12, Rob Prinsloo, 14, Josh O'Grady, 15, Dominic Allaney, 16, Aaron Opoku, and 17, Donnell Benjamin. The Sporting Khalsa, number 1, Sam Arnold, number 2, Carlo Franco, number 3, Luke Adams, number 4, Leon Miles, number 5, Tess Robinson, the captain for Sporting Khalsa, number 6, Liam Holt, 7, Mensa Kinch, 8, David Meese, 9, Kyle Brady, number 10, Marvin Nisbet, and number 11, Craig Bannister. And on the bench for Khalsa, number 12, Mikael Beckley, 14, Sean Booth, 15, Ricardo Reed, 16, Nathan Stone, and 17, Lewis McPike. The referee calling the two teams, the two captains into the centre circle. Tess Robinson for Sporting Khalsa, Chris Cox for Coventry United. Mitch Piggin, of course, has been hanging on to the armband in recent weeks with Cox out with a number of injuries. He's being held together by a bit of gaffer tape for the last couple of weeks, but luckily he's fully recovered now. He's back in the side. Rich Morris referred to Scott Dutton between the six for Coventry United. Brad Jones, I should say, out with what we suspect is a knee injury. Bobby Mosley has been swapped from the left wing where he was on Saturday to the right wing, so the right fullback position. We believe that United are going for what appears to be a 4-3-1-2 with Lewis Rankin pushing up in a number 10 role behind the two strikers, Mitch Pigott and Craig Reed. We'll have to wait and see how that one plays out. Well, it is going to be Coventry United to kick things off here at the Asprey Arena.
Come on, United!
Well, we all know the drama that unfolded on the opening day of last season here at the Asprey Arena, with Kai Williams scoring a 92nd minute goal to earn the Red and Greens the 3 points against Khalsa. Will we see the same sort of drama? Of course, Khalsa have a long-standing unbeaten streak, but the last team to beat them was from Coventry as well. Can the red side of Coventry bring to an end Khalsa's unbeaten streak? Let's see what happens as the first whistle is blown in the Asprey Arena, and it's immediately nodded out of play by Mitch Pigott for a goal kick. United kicking from right to left. Now first touch for the goalkeeper, Sam Arnold, who will place the ball on the turf, the natural turf, I must say. The free kick pitch hasn't been installed yet. Booted away by Arnold. Up rather than out by Chris Cox with the header. Down to it by Meese. Franco. On by Brady. Brought down to it by Tommy Glasgow for Coventry United. Offside flag raised against Brady. The referee hasn't seen it. He has now. The ball was played on the right-hand side at Mensa Kinge. He was in a bit of space after catching Tom James unawares. Referee taking a couple of seconds to realise that his assistant was flagging on this near side. Morris takes a short free kick to TJ. Tom James swipes it away from Brady and lobs it towards the right hand side for Bobby Mosley. Not done by Mosley, but should be easily picked up by Luke Adams. Adams forward to Bannister. Going to bring it under control, keep it away from Barnett. Now Nisbet. Striding towards the box, sliding in Bobby Mosley. Great challenge from the former Stoke City player. Cox, now Lewis Rankin, you make some good progress here. Mosley jumps away from a Khalsa challenge. Gift Musa part of the three-man midfield for the Red and Greens. Glasgow across to Bobby Mosley. Trying to keep the ball away from Bannister. Mosley back to Glasgow. James wants it on the left-hand side, a little bit further up than James was expecting, but he's got the ball now. Trying to keep the ball away from Kinch. Cox stabs it towards the near side. It's a throw into Coventry United. It's taking a touch for Khalsa, man on the way through. Musa. Forced down to work by Brady. Referee says no foul. Musa switches it to the right hand side. Plenty of space for Bobby Mosley. Great vision by Musa to find the ex-Stoke man. It's Mosley sending himself up with a shot. It's Bobby Mosley. It's actually counted off the sternum of Craig Reed. Flicks it over his head. Lewis Rankin crossing opportunity, trying to keep it away from the number 10. Glasgow. Reed. Back to Glasgow. Strikes one. And it flies over the crossbar. Early effort on goal for Coventry United. And Tommy Glasgow hit that one with venom. If that was on target, the goalkeeper would have had a major issue on his hands trying to keep that one out. And the first shot after about 2 minutes of play at the Asprey Arena. And Sam Arnold running up to take the goal kick and then stopping. He's taking it now. Into midfield, header won by Chris Cox. It's forward to Carl Brady. He's onside. 1-1 with Rich Morris on an opening goal for Coventry United for swatting Khalsa. United appealing for offside. But Carl Brady beating the last man, racing on towards Rich Morris's goal and beating the Coventry United shot stopper after just 3 minutes of play. The Asprey Arena, Sporting Khalsa had the lead already. Well, the assistant explaining his reasons for not raising the flag Well, Carl Barnett wasn't happy, Chris Cox wasn't happy, and I'll tell you now, Rich Morris isn't happy either. It was marginal. The assistant's in a better position to see it than we are, but I'm not sure about that one, I'm really not. Games can be won and lost through margins like that. But already Sporting Khalsa lead the Asprey Arena through Kyle Brady. United have got a job on their hands to get back into this one. Musa twists away from the tackle of Meese. Onto the right with Mitch Piggin, who may be United's key to equalising this game. A bit more of a deeper role at the moment. Cox caught in the rock and a hard place there and eventually dispossessed. The pass down the line blocked by James. Hooked forward. Barnett nods it back to the goalkeeper. Here's Mosley. Tries to return it to Barnett. He saw Barnett short a little bit there as Craig Bannister tried to get onto the loose ball. Luckily Barnett just got there first and punted it onto the leg of Bannister. But Coventry United treading a very dangerous path in the opening 5 minutes. Already a goal down thanks to Carl Brady. But whether it was offside or not, it was a great finish by Brady. That clinical nature is why Khalsa have gone 14 matches unbeaten, looking to make it 15 today. You don't go that amount of time without losing, without having a ruthless streak. They certainly have that. As Bannister turns his man, Woodward puts it out of play for a Coventry United throw. It's gone off the ankle of Craig Bannister. Far from a perfect start, 5 minutes in. Sporting Khalsa 1, Coventry United 0 here on Coventry United TV. Don't forget to hit the like button on YouTube if you do enjoy today's coverage. Leave a comment below with your feedback. Subscribe to CUTV on YouTube for more exclusive content from the Red and Greens. And you can get us on Twitter at Coventry United TV. As a long-range strike from Kyle Brady again. Almost catching out Rich Morris, but the man they call England's #1 in our part of the country was equal to it. Simple catch. Glasgow flicks it up to Lewis Rankin, who was narrowly beaten by Jade Brook in our Goal of the Month competition, sliding in the fullback, Carlo Franco. And it's gone off Rankin on the way out. Franco will take it. Up line, looking for Meese, the lanky #8. Tries to get the cross away, blocked by Glasgow. Back into danger though. Across the face of goal, offside given against Kinch. A frustrating start for Coventry United, but they've come back from worse than this. A lot can change in 85 minutes, a lot can change in 5 minutes as far as the Red and Green's concerned. Morris lines up the goal kick. Punts it clear. Kinch beats Piggin in the air, but Barnett gets to the second ball. Launched forward into the path of Arnold, plays it back to the goalkeeper. Arnold makes no mistakes about that one, punts it clear. Out of play for a throw-in inside the Red and Green's half to Coventry United. Mosley will take it. Mosley hoofs it up line. Cox doesn't even jump for that one. That's flicked forward once again by Glasgow, cleared again by Leon Miles. Brady, dispossessed by Mosley, fires it forward straight into the hands of Sam Arnold. Franco slips as he makes the clearance. Falls to Glasgow, now Craig Reed, space on the left-hand side for Tom James. It's through the centre to Lewis Rankin, heavy first touch. Holt was able to clear. That's United on the attack again. Musa to Rankin, down the right-hand side. Not the pass that Cox wanted, but he has got to the ball. Down line to Musa. Khalsa not allowing United a second on the ball. And it's fired away by Luke Adams. Out of play for a throw into Coventry United deep into their own territory. Khalsa seemingly executing their game plan perfectly in the early going. When we spoke to Luke Morton, the Coventry United assistant manager, in the this week's edition of the Dugout. He said that Khalsa were going to be strong favourites, and they made a very strong start. As we said, United are no strangers to adversity. Throw taken by Adams. Plenty of options forward. Brady shields the ball from Mosley. Back to Adams. He was intending to find Bannister. Barnett got to there first and cleared it as far as Mosley, but United play themselves back into danger here, and Jeff Wood wants to mop up the mess as Kyle Brady tried to race onto a loose ball in the penalty area. United walking a tightrope in the opening 10 minutes. They don't seem comfortable at the back whatsoever. Brady, Adams, Bannister. The left side of the penalty area. Through ball for Brady on the left wing. Cross put away and put out of play for a throw into Coventry United with Meese waiting in the box. David Meese, the top scorer for Sporting Khalsa, with 14 goals in 21 League and Cup matches. But it's Kyle Brady who has done the damage so far. Morris looking for an option with the kick. Puts it laces through it. Piggin beaten in the air. Bannister. Handball claims against Tommy Glasgow. Referee doesn't want to know. And actually United on the counter-attack with Chris Cox. He's overhit that one and out comes the goalkeeper, Sam Arnold. Punts it onto the main stand here at the Asprey Arena. If you believe what's written on that stand, apparently we're playing Sporting Khalsa because the L's fallen off. Bobby Mosley, in just his second appearance for Coventry United, will take this throw in on the far side. Into the box with Piggin. Piggin wins the header. Cox gets onto the second ball. Nodded on by Piggin again. Trying to find Craig Reed and cleared by Robinson. Only as far as Tom James in the centre of the park. Mosley making the run down the right-hand side. Can TJ find him? Twists away from the defender. James whips in towards the far post where Craig Reed is waiting. Nodded clear by Leon Miles. And Kinch will fire it clear. Barnett wins the header and keeps it away from Brady for now. And finishes the job by volleying it forward. Here's Meese. Kinch. Poor pass and easily picked up by Kyle Barnett. A very congested midfield, not allowing Coventry United any time to think about where they're going. I mean, right now it seems a little bit aimless from the red and greens. That's gone all the way back to Arnold between the sticks of Sporting Khalsa. Of course, United victorious at this ground in the 92nd minute last season thanks to Kai Williams. Williams, of course, not here with United now. He's at Bedworth United. Handball claims by Richard Marsh. It seems it came off the shoulder of the Khalsa player, not the arm. Returns the goalkeeper by Miles and volleyed away by Arnold. Nodded on by Chris Cox. Rankin doesn't attempt to win the header. I'm not sure what Moose was trying to do with that one. Tried to nod it down to Glasgow's feet, I believe didn't do so. He has to lose the ball momentarily, and they lost it again as James's pass is intercepted by Miles. Here's Kinch down the right-hand side. Kinch takes on Glasgow. Back to Franco. Meese keeping it away from Gift Musa. And as United pressing their opposition. And that ball's not coming back from Leon Miles for a while anyway. Into the building area behind the secondary stand on this side of the pitch. We are going to need a new ball now. 12 minutes gone here at the Asprey Arena. Slow start from Coventry United, shall we say. Sporting Khalsa leading by 1 goal to 0 thanks to Kyle Brady. Although United insisted it was offside. Poor pass by Coventry United, intercepted by Nesbitt. Plays a 1-2 with Holt. It's back to Liam Holt. Brady, bit of pressure from behind by Carl Barnett, pays off for Coventry United. He was looking for Bannister on that left-hand side, but Barnett putting him off just long enough. Rankin in case on that right-hand side. Nice bit of trickery to create some space for himself. Nice lofted pass to Craig Reed. Now the flag goes up on the far side. Reed going a little too early. Of course, for any women's football fans, we are live from Thamesmead Football Club tomorrow with live coverage of the biggest match of the season for Coventry United ladies away at league leaders Charlton in the Women's Premier League South. Live coverage of that match from 1:45 PM tomorrow with video highlights, of course. Brady fires it over. United will regroup with the goal kick. Morris clears. Cox jumps for it, wins the header. Brought down to her by Meese. Cox slides in, takes the ball away from Kinch. Here's Franco. Franco fires it down the right hand side, no one waiting. And it should be dealt with by Jeff Woodward. But Meese with the chest control. Kinch dispossesses Chris Cox. Across to the left with Adams. Here's Nisbet. Bit of a push from behind by Bobby Mosley. Referee says no foul. Nisbet able to turn Mosley and try the shot. Blocked by Glasgow and cleared by Mosley. Free kick Coventry United. And Chris Cox saying that United didn't want the foul. They wanted to continue with the counter attack. Piggin was free on this left hand side. So 15 minutes gone here at the Asprey Arena in Wolverhampton. Well, Willenhall if you want to be precise about it. Not done by Cox. Clear with the head of Miles. Cox sends it back where it came from, but Robinson with the effective touch on that one to put it out of play just in front of us inside United's half. The Red and Green Army in full voice as always, making the short trip down the M6 to the outskirts of Wolverhampton. It's between Walsall and Wolverhampton. James, not done by Pig, hooked away by Holt. Woodward, has that come off the back of Bannister's head? No, it hasn't. It's going to be a throw-in to Sporting Khalsa. Franco, heavy first touch by Kinch. Allows James to take it away, but he stumbles on the touchline. It goes out of play for a Khalsa throw. United not happy about it. Bannister cuts in, lobs it towards that left-hand side. Cox able to hold Nisbet off, put it out of play on that far side for a throw. Around 15 yards away from the penalty area, but a very shaky start from Coventry United. Luke Adams will take the throw. Downline to Tess Robinson. Looking for Nesbitt, a poor pass, intercepted by Bobby Mosley, who hooves it forward. Piggin will give chase, he'll be beaten to the ball by Miles. Miles back to Arnold, and a hasty clearance by Arnold. Once again bounces onto the metal roofing of the main stand on the far side of the pitch. The Lions are getting a fair bit of stick on this near side. Coventry United will be looking to stick it to Khalsa with an equaliser here. It couldn't be better timed as well. Mosley's throw, not on by Piggin. Rankin brings it down. Can he get the shot away? There's a sea of yellow and blue in front of him. Lots towards that far post, caught at the near post by Arnold. Reed was waiting behind, and Arnold did well to grasp onto it and keep it away from the Coventry United front man. Meese able to keep it away from Glasgow on the halfway line. Here's Kinch racing down the right wing. Franco in support into the centre. Brady puts it through for Bannister. Woodward gets there first, but a poor clearance picked up by Kinch. Blocked by Tom James, and the Khalsa players wanting a free kick. It looks like it came off the leg to me. Clearance, but header won by Miles, only as far as Chris Cox for Coventry United. Cox launched it towards that right-hand side. Mosley's intended target. Mosley pats it down for Jeff Woodward, just in front of the penalty area. United have given the ball away now. Brady through, across the face of goal, and what an effort that was. Flashing wide at a far post by Bannister. United playing a very dangerous game, and in all honesty, it's also to be a complete Khalsa performance, and if Khalsa keep on playing the way they are, It looks like a 3 points for Khalsa as well. United just haven't got themselves into the game yet.
Come on, United!
Fans and officials may think that maybe the officials and the referee have given Khalsa a helping hand, but you've got to take those factors into account when you're setting up for a game like this. Things don't always go your way. You've got to try and take that into account and put things right on the pitch. United aren't doing that at the moment. Adams with a long ball forward. It's come off the head of Carl Brady. Barnett nodding it onto the bonce of the Sporting Khalsa frontman. Of course, opened the scoring for Sporting Khalsa in just the 3rd minute. 20 minutes gone. And it remains Sporting Khalsa 1, Coventry United 0. United with a throw in halfway into their own territory. And in fact, that's been where they've been encased for the majority of this match. Not done by Piggin. Cleared by Miles. Brady gives chase. Bounces in the area. And it's out of play of the knee of Kyle Barnett. If that is it. I mean, he's actually given a goal kick. Might have gone out of play before Barnett made the cut. We're at ground level here. Unfortunately, this is one of the few grounds that we are actually at ground level while we're throwing, so it's difficult to see the white lines on the pitch. Morris's clearance. They were pushing the back by Tess Robinson. Referee says no foul. Not done by Piggin. Offside against Craig Reed, and he was through on goal against Arnold. That's probably the most dangerous United have looked heading forward in the opening 20 minutes, and it's turned out to be offside. Arnold will take the goal kick. Let's try and get you some latest scores. Of course, Coventry City not playing until tomorrow. They're in the Emirates FA Cup against Maidenhead at the Ricoh Arena. Bromsgrove and Worcester currently drawing 0-0 in separate matches, I must say. Sounded like they were playing each other, they're not. It's difficult to keep up with MFL scores. Unfortunately, there's not one place where you can get all the score lines. It's put out of play by Miles off the leg of Mitch Piggin. This may not be a chance for United to cross it in, but there is a chance for them to win the ball back and try and get the cross in. They've got to make sure they press Khalsa as much as they can and try and regain possession in a very dangerous area. Franco takes the throw. It's towards Meese. Nodded on by Bannister. Stabbed forward by Kyle Barnett. Nodded on by Chris Cox. Down the left-hand side. Can he get the cross in? He's on his own here. Cox gets the cross in. No one there, but he had to get that ball away. No scores in the Premier League, although there was a full-time score. Stoke 2, Leicester 2, which has actually ruined our club secretary Graham Wood's bet. I told him not to bet on the early match. I told him. Launched forward aimlessly from the back by Coventry United. Arnold volleys clear. Kinch nods it on. But it's easy pickings for Rich Morris, who in fact will go out of play. No, he'll keep it in. Morris with ball in hand. Punts it. It's gone off Piggin's head. Well, Chris Cox appealing for a Coventry United throw. It's not a Coventry United throw. It's clearly come off the head of Mitch Piggin. But United are trying to get everything they can get because this game just hasn't gone their way. Franco with the throw. United once again have got to try and put some pressure on Khalsa and win the ball back. And they have done. Jeff Woodward not in out of play under pressure from Bannister. And with a throw just in front of us. The ball boys need a bit of work here, I've got to tell you that. Franco's throw to David Meese. It's gone through the legs of Meese and picked up by his opposite number 8, Tommy Glasgow. Incoming. Hooked into the scattering of fans just next to us. There's going to be a throw into Sporting Khalsa. Franco's throw towards Kinch. Look at that back heel by Kinch, but no one there. And that's gone out of play once again. Luckily, bounces off the railings next to us and come over here. There would be another throw into Sporting Khalsa around halfway into United territory. Franco tried to take that throw in about 5 yards further forward than he should have done. Throw in now taking a Kinch on the right hand side. Pressure by Tom James trying to stop the cross from coming in. Kinch tries to create some space for himself. James slides in, can't take the ball away. Lovely turn by Kinch into the penalty area. He goes. Kinch, blob on the leg of Glasgow, still gets the cross away, caught to the near post by Rich Morris. And immediately United look to push on with a counter-attack. Here's Lewis Rankin, but he's caught from behind. I just can't seem to catch a break there. Lewis Rankin trying to get some momentum behind him, but quickly caught up by Marvin Nisbet. And Bobby Mosley has gone down on the far side. Play's been halted. I believe United have been given a free kick, have they? Referee checking on the former Birmingham City youngster. Of course, played for Stoke City in a pre-season match against FC Porto a couple of years ago. Also had a lengthy spell on loan with San Antonio in America. And a free kick will be taken by Mosley. He is back on his feet now. United really need to pick themselves up now. We know they can play better than this. And Chris Cox stumbles as he tries to get a leap on and try and get the ball back. He gets stuck in now and takes the ball away from Nisbet, ends that attack but at the expense of a throw into Sporting Khalsa just in front of the Khalsa dugout. Throw will be taken by Luke Adams. Towards Nisbet. Header won by the Coventry United man, Glasgow. Started forward for Chris Cox, beaten to the ball by David Meese. Holt, up line by Adams. Brady gives chase. He won't get there before Carl Barnett though, and he puts it out of play for another throw in. It seems right now United all they can do is win the ball back in the back line and just hoof it out, because they know if they lose that ball anywhere near that penalty area, they are going to be in some serious trouble. Opportunity for Nesbitt on the left-hand side. Holds it up long enough, try and get it to Adams. Poked away by Bobby Mosley. "25 minutes of action gone here at the Asper Arena in Willenhall, just outside Wolverhampton. The Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. Sporting Khalsa 1, Coventry United 0. That's been by Meese, offside, given on the on this near side by the referee's assistant. I believe it was given against Kinch, who was waiting for the ball on the far side. It's not been a classic game by any means. But United games usually pick up in the second half. Hope it's the same case today. As fires clear towards that right-hand side, Cox jumps for it, gets a slight touch on the ball. It'll be kept in by Nisbet. But only as far as Chris Cox. Into the area, it's gone past Piggin and offside against Mitch Piggin, and Piggin is furious. It seems as if every time Coventry United get towards that penalty area, the flag goes up. I think they just need to be a little bit more patient. They're not going to have many opportunities in this match. We knew that heading into this. A side like Sporting Khalsa did not go 14 matches unbeaten without having a sound defence and a potent attack. We've seen the attacking force today. They scored within the opening 3 minutes, and the defence right now is using this offside trap to perfection. Arnold hasn't had a save to make so far. Slipsley takes that kick. Sliding in, Franco taking the ball away from Chris Cox. Not done by Meese, only as far as his opposite number 8, Tommy Glasgow. Mosley lets the ball run past him. Was that a tactical move or was it just a mistake? He's found Tommy Glasgow. Barnett closed down by Brady. Low forward ball to Lewis Rankin. Strides past Holt. Racing down that right-hand side. Good pressure from Holt. Slides in. Takes Rankin out. But also takes the ball out of play. Level with the penalty area in the far side for Coventry United. This could be their best chance to get a decent ball into the box and try and craft an equaliser. Mosley's throw towards Cox. Two Khalsa players going for the same ball. To get it back, Mosley blocked by the backside of Brady, out for another throw to Coventry United, in virtually the same position on the far side of the pitch, United's right wing. Mosley's throw towards Cox, bit of a push there on Chris Cox. Referee says no. Piggin taken out. Forceful play from Sporting Khalsa, but fair play according to the referee. James. Glasgow tries it from long range, and it bobbles wide, a couple of yards to the left-hand side of the goal. And in all fairness, that's pretty much all that United have been limited to, long-range opportunities. Half an hour played, and it remains 1-0 to Sporting Khalsa. It's been anything but a classic. It was a snatch and grab goal by Carl Brady, which United insisted was offside at the time. I'll have to wait and see. We'll have to have a look at the replay after the game, make a final decision on that. Unfortunately, we don't get instant replays at this level. I wish we could. It would make things a lot easier, but no siree, it's all done in real time. As Khalsa have a throw in their own backyard, to be taken by Franco. A run up by Franco, hoofs it forward, over the head of Meese, bit of a push by Tom James, and the referee actually gives it against Kinch. And Kinch wasn't too happy. In all fairness, Kinch had his eye on the ball, and it was a bit of tugging from Tom James. I think that could have easily been given against TJ. But United have been given the free kick right on the left touchline. Blasted away by Tom James into the box. Cox forced down from behind. No intent really from Franco, so the referee can't really give that. Kinch slides it away, but only as far as the head of Kyle Barnett. Chest control by Meese, flicked on by Chris Cox. Robinson, now Franco on the right-hand side. Kinch ends that particular danger, offside against Brady. And the ironic cheers of the Coventry United favourites to the left of us. But Khalsa have finally had an offside call given against them, and actually United on the attack for a brief period. Kinch keeps it in, sends it down that right-hand side for Sporting Khalsa. James tries to let it go as far as he can. Clearance made. Holt stabs it forward. Meese lets it go. Tom James intercepts for Coventry United in the back line. It's like a game of ping pong at the moment. Mitch Piggin appealing for a foul against the number 4 for Sporting Khalsa. The referee doesn't want to know. It's gone on the leg of Kinch in the United half for a throw into the red and greens. Not the best of throws, throw into the hands of Franco. Meese, is that a high boot by Carl Brady? Referee says yes it is. It was Bannister actually. Bannister trying to get his head on the ball. Barnett flicking his leg up, trying to get there first, and it seemed to make a bit of contact with the head of Bannister. The referee well within his rights to give the free kick to Sporting Khalsa. Around 10 yards inside the Coventry United half. They're pushing everyone forward, every outfield player in the United half. And the majority in the vicinity of the Coventry United penalty area. A second goal for Khalsa would put them firmly in control as we head towards the break. It's put towards Robinson at the far post. And into the side netting by, I believe, that was Leon Miles. Morris with the goal kick. Musa trying to bring it under control. Couldn't do so. Franco wins it back on the right hand side, getting there before Craig Reed could. Kimch tries to slide it forward. Blocked by James. Flicked on by Craig Reed. Reed taken out. But United will continue with Tom James. Crossing opportunity. In towards Mitch Piggin. He couldn't get the shot away though. Keeps it in. James is free on the left hand side. Piggin side netting. Well, Craig Reed was clearly taken out, but United wanted to push on and go after that equaliser. They nearly found it. Piggin just couldn't quite get the shot away in front of goal. Without a doubt, the best position that United have found themselves in the opening exchange is the referee having a word with Kimch, and he's going to the book as well.
One back here. Reed.
So Kimch is going to get booked.
Number 6.
There's a bit of a discussion going on this near touchline. Some fans saying it was actually Holt who should get booked. I think it's going to be Kinch who's going to get the yellow card. It's Kinch and Robinson, the captain, over with the lines at the moment. We believe it's going to be the foul on Craig Reed that's going to be that's going to be punished, and a yellow card for Kinch. And the referee still not hearing the assistant's cries on this near side. Someone get the assistant a loud hailer. Give me his Christmas present. Well, now the assistant's going to have a word. No action taken. Well, the only thing that has come from that is that we now know the referee's first name is Eddie. So that's basically all we've got from that.
Come on, Eddie!
Goal kick taken. Thumping header by Chris Cox. Piggin gives chase. He's not offside. That's this time. Here comes Piggin trying to come in the left-hand side. Taking on Miles. Cross blocked by the leg of Miles. Throwing Coventry United. Bit of momentum growing now for the Red and Greens.
I should have said his name.
Tom James with the long-range throw attempt into the penalty area. Glasgow tripped. No foul. It was picked up by James on the left-hand side. Is that caught the arm of Kinch? It certainly cannoned off the Khalsa winger. It looked like the arms were held in by Kinch. He had to strike the forearm of the Khalsa man, but I don't think there's much he could have done about it. He held his arms in as much as he could. Woodward. Down the left-hand side of Chris Cox. And once again, United appealing for a foul. Referee again doesn't want to know. I think it would have been a soft foul. At the end of the day, it's a game of football. There is going to be contact in the game, so not every bit of contact is going to result in a free kick. But Coventry United have had a few important decisions given against them today, including the potential offside for the goal. Again, we're going to have a look at that, maybe at half-time if we can. Meese wins the header, but it's intercepted in the air by Glasgow. Musa gets there before the Khalsa man. Look at that, Franco blasting the ball straight onto Kinch, and they United 7 it forward. Handball claims, and the referee agrees. Handball against Sporting Khalsa. And on the edge of the penalty area, this could be Lewis Rankin's moment. Wait a minute, is it Kinch again? Is it Kinch again? Well, it's Miles and Robinson called over. Now, Kinch was over there for a second. I didn't see who it was giving it against, but the referee is going to take the book out again, and a second booking within, 2 minutes. And this time it's going to be for Miles. Well, Lewis Rankin will take the free kick. It's unfortunately not going to be a direct effort of goal. It's going to be a delivery towards the right-hand side of the penalty area. Yellow card given to Miles. Reed, Piggin, Barnett, Cox and Woodward all waiting at the far post with Musa on the edge of the box. Lewis Rankin, United's regular set-piece specialist. We've seen how he hits them. How can he deliver them? How United could do with some heroics from the former Sky Blues winger here before half-time. Rankin towards Piggin, it flashes over everyone. A little too high for Piggin, too high for Cox, too high for Reed, and too high for Woodward as well. 4 players going for it for Coventry United. Not one of them could make contact with the ball. It's been one of those halves for Coventry United. They have them from time to time. Well, it was very much the same last time here at the Aspen Arena. A game of very few chances. In fact, Khalsa had a brilliant chance to steal the win just a couple of seconds before Kai Williams raced away to score the, what would turn out to be the winner in the 92nd minute. United do have some impact subs on the bench, including Aaron Opoku and Josh O'Grady. All is not lost, but it's not looking great for Coventry United. Brady tries to turn Barnett in, goes gift Musa. Barnett trips from the edge of the area. Bannister loses out, and it's fired clear by James. Piggin gives chase. He's onside, but he's not going to get to the ball before Arnold, the goalkeeper. Well, roughly 5 minutes to go until the break. Of course, we'll be taking a short break at half-time here on CUTV to swap over the laptop batteries to ensure we can bring the second half of this match in its entirety. So look for the new live stream at the start of the second half. An offside is given against Sporting Khalsa. United immediately looking to push forward. Long ball on the head of Robinson. Glasgow finds Tom James in acres of space down this left-hand side. Can he get the cross in? Yes, he can, towards Craig Reed. It's headed clear by the defender. Nisbet. Adams finishes the job and clears well. Bit of push in the back on Brady. Referee says no. And with Musa. Mosley down the right-hand side. Looking to make an impact in his second game for Coventry United. Sliding in goes Nisbet. Takes down a play for a Coventry United throw. Referee wants to take him a couple of yards further back. Can't say it matters a great deal, but, you know, attention to detail. Some referees like it, some referees don't. Mosley. Well, Piggin tried to flick the header on. Maybe a bit of a push in the back by Nesbitt, but it's fallen to Luke Adams, who fires it forward. Here's Bannister down the left-hand side. Tries to put on the left wing. Blocked with the leg of Musa. Mosley with a bobbling ball to James. James forward towards the right side of the box. Too far for Piggin, and a goal kick is the result. So with around 5 minutes to go before the break here at the Asprey Arena, Sporting Khalsa 1, Coventry United nails the current score in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division. Khalsa looking to go 15 matches unbeaten. And it's looking good for them at the moment. Fired away by the goalkeeper. Header won by the leaping salmon Chris Cox. But wholesale to win the ball back for Khalsa. Well, briefly as Kimch loses out. Reading the centre circle to Tom James. Skips past Kimch, keeps it on the near side. Glasgow, stab forward for James again. And good pressure by Franco to win it back, but in comes Lewis Rankin stealing the ball, whipped in towards that far post. It may fall for Chris Cox. Cox just keeps it in. Downline for Mosley. Will he get the delivery in? Forceful play by Haswell, forceful play from both sides. It's actually Bobby Mosley that's been penalised. Bannister forcing Mosley to the ground, but Mosley holding on to the leg of Bannister as the winger tried to make his escape. Well, the referee has certainly been busy today. We know his name's Eddie. We know because the assistant was shouting it for a good 5 minutes before the referee even noticed. And the referee is not going to take any further action. Well, you're expecting some highlights from the first half. Well, it's pretty much the goal and that's your lot. There hasn't really been a lot going on in this opening 45 minutes.
Sporting Khalsa, that was funny. Sporting Khalsa. The curry was good. Yeah.
Well, apparently the curry was good. I haven't tried it this year. And one after the game here at Sporting Khalsa, if you believe the artwork on the far stand. You think with the amount of work they're doing on the ground, at least replace the L in Khalsa over on the far side. And the referee having a quick discussion with Robinson and Piggin. I don't know what for.
Come on!
Well, we're going to have a chance of why are we waiting soon. There's been a long old delay. Arnold, the goalkeeper, clears. Over Brady. Controlled in the area, just cleared in time by Woodward. Into touch, just in front of the Coventry United dugout. Into the last couple of minutes of normal time. Throw by Adams. There's a 1-2. With Brady. Meese sends it forward to Holt on the left-hand side. Will he try and get the cross in? Held up by Musa. Corner kick. Is this? I believe this is Khalsa's first corner. Actually, no, it's a throw-in. Holt's cross. Meese jumps for it. Can't make a clean enough contact with it. And now Craig Reed tries to push on. Well, he's been pushed by Kimch. James able to clear towards Piggin. It's caught off the shoulder of Mitch Piggin, and Franco volleys it away. Kimch is offside, and that will bring an end to that chapter of play. United need to act fast. I don't know how much added time there's going to be. I'd say a good 3 minutes with the amount of stoppages there's been. Piggin, forced away from the box by several Khalsa players. And there's been a goal between Highgate and Bromsgrove Sporting. Highgate leading Bromsgrove by 1-0 elsewhere in the MFL Premier Division. United to pick up the ball in the back line with Jeff Woodward, who's been a standout performer in the last couple of weeks at centre-back, but United lose out once again, intercepted in the centre circle by Tom James. Cox is free on the right-hand side, but it's a wayward pass by TJ. It looks to me as if United are playing a 4-2-1-3 with Cox on the right wing. It's still 0-0 with the Worcester game as well. Cleared by Carl Barnett out for another throw, practically where the original one was taken. Very slow pace to the closing minutes of this first half. For the sake of our sanity, I hope that there's not going to be much added time, because it really has, I hate to say it, since the first 5 minutes it's been a bit of a snooze fest. Musa, via the leg of Holt, it finds Chris Cox, but Cox has gone steaming in on Robinson and taken out of play on that far side for another throw to Khalsa. It's been throw-ins and offsides. It's basically all this first half has consisted of throw-ins and offsides. Barnett wins the header. Stabbed on the left side by Tommy Glasgow. James will give chase. Will he keep it in? Yes, he will. Just about. Tries to cut in. Glasgow wants it. Has it found Piggin? Well, Piggin slid in. Actually took the ball away from Chris Cox. But Mosley with possession on the right-hand side. Forward to Chris Cox, who runs it out of play and actually runs into the assistant on the far side as well. Closing in on the final whistle of the first half. We're taking a short break once again at half-time to swap over the batteries on the laptop. So look for the new live stream at the start of the second half. Of course, video highlights of this match will be available tomorrow morning as well. I don't expect a lot of them. Tom James, deep into Khalsa territory. Now gift Musa, space out wide for Chris Cox as Musa is barged off the ball, gets the pass away. Cox towards Rankin on the edge of the box. Slight contact with the head of Lewis Rankin. That's Kim striding away, only as far as Tommy Glasgow. Great slide from the Coventry United midfielder to win the ball back. James, through ball by James for Lewis Rankin. Can Rankin get the delivery in? He can. Headed clear by Robinson, picked up on the far side of the pitch by Chris Cox, who's trying to shield it out of play for a throw, and he's done so beautifully. And United will bide their time for what could be the final attack of the first half. Moser plays a 1-2 with Cox. And it's gone straight at the leg of Holt, I believe that is, for another United throw. Mosley's throw. Blocked in the penalty area by Nisbet, and that brings the first half to an end. Not the best of first halves if you're a Coventry United supporter. United going behind inside 3 minutes thanks to Kyle Brady's debatable goal, one-on-one with Rich Morris. But the question is, was he offside? We'll have to review the footage of the game to see whether it was the right decision to allow that goal. Apart from that, not an awful lot going on apart from throw-ins and offsides, if I'm honest. Not the best of first halves at the Asprey Arena, but the half-time score in the Total Motion Midland Football League Premier Division is Sporting Khalsa at 1, Coventry United 0, and that will do us for the first half here on CUTV. Check back in around 10 minutes time for exclusive live coverage of the second half of this match.